This video will wow you. According to reports, the world's wealthiest corporation, Blackrock, intends to purchase $27 trillion worth of XRP Ripple coins. The whole cryptocurrency world was rocked by this information's internet release. Naturally, the specialists were unable to overlook it. They are now forecasting that XRP may reach $73,000. Quite awesome, isn't it? Watch this video through to the end. Let's get right to the point without further ado. Disclaimer. In the cryptocurrency industry, rumors are intensifying, and this time everyone is focusing on XRP and Blackrock. With more than $10 trillion in assets under management, Blackrock is one of the most influential financial firms globally. The community is buzzing about Blackrock's movements, the market's attention, and the mounting rumors that it may be targeting XRP. It all began with a flurry of tweets from well-known cryptocurrency personalities. BlackRock agrees to infuse $9.7 trillion into XRP, according to one from CryptoGeek, while another from King XRP went even farther and proposed that BlackRock inject $27 trillion into XRP. The excitement these enormous numbers generated has rekindled a long-standing rumor in the XRP community that BlackRock may be getting ready to make a significant move into XRP, even though they are obviously speculative and unsupported by any official statistics. Altcoin Gordon, a well-known analyst, recently posted that he had lunch with a friend high up at BlackRock, adding fuel to the flames. He claims that high-net-worth clients, those who have more than $50 million in assets, are now aggressively inquiring about cryptocurrency exposure, and XRP is reportedly a major area of focus. Gordon intimated that there may be some significant XRP news soon, but he did not provide any details at this time. It's important to consider the bigger picture, even though many people have written these assertions off as mere rumors. Regulatory clarity is frequently the final obstacle separating institutional investors from emerging markets, and XRP's protracted legal struggle with the SEC is coming to an end. Big companies like BlackRock may be able to enter the market without worrying about regulatory repercussions if Ripple can successfully settle its issue with the SEC. What makes BlackRock's engagement so significant then? It all boils down to one important factor: ETFs. Traditional investors can easily obtain exposure to a digital asset through a spot exchange-traded fund, ETF, without having to purchase, own, or manage the cryptocurrency themselves. For example, a Bitcoin spot ETF holds real Bitcoin, and like any other investment vehicle, its shares are traded on standard stock exchanges. The performance of BlackRock's own spot ETF speaks for itself. It has received inflows totaling more than $44 billion since the introduction of its Bitcoin ETF. It has already surpassed $4.2 billion in its Ethereum spot ETF. With approximately $250 million in their Bitcoin ETF and only $36.5 million in Ethereum, rivals like Franklin Templeton have found it difficult to draw in even a small portion of that sum. Investors follow BlackRock when it supports a product because the market trusts the company. XRP holders are keeping a close eye on this. Bitwise, Grayscale, and Franklin Templeton have all expressed interest in XRP investment products, while BlackRock has said nothing. However, industry analysts have continued to speculate despite this silence. According to public statements made by ETF Store President Nate Garassi, BlackRock is probably going to join the XRP ETF market at some point. And it won't be to take a backseat role when it does. Like Bitcoin, it will strive for dominance. The possible implications of BlackRock filing for an XRP ETF might be enormous. Almost immediately, billions of dollars might pour into XRP, putting tremendous upward pressure on its price. A new wave of institutional investors would probably follow, the coin's liquidity would soar, and its legitimacy would be cemented in the eyes of the financial elite. The XRP community waits for the time being. A new chapter for XRP and the wider integration of cryptocurrency into traditional finance may begin if BlackRock takes action when Ripple's legal dispute is concluded. Naturally, such news is fuel rather than just hype. Fuel for the upcoming significant XRP surge. Analysts and experts? They have gone completely crazy. Some of their price projections are so audacious that they nearly seem unbelievable. However, everything appears conceivable when BlackRock's name is involved. The community was rocked by a tweet from 25 Hawk that said, Binance drops massive XRP prediction, targeting $600 per coin. The cryptocurrency wealth ranking might be completely changed in a single day with that figure alone. However, it doesn't end there. Prominent figures like XRP Dragon are reminding everyone that XRP isn't a meme coin, and that it's not simply another coin. XRP is not your typical cryptocurrency. It's like selling Amazon stock in 2001 when you sell XRP now. That is a potent analogy. If history tells us anything, it's that missed opportunities frequently result from an early underestimation of disruptive technology. Then, with a dramatic tweet, King XRP turned heads. The last indication. $978 in 2 days per XRP. These calls, no matter how audacious, begin to pique real interest when you take into account BlackRock's possible involvement and the post-SEC clarity climate. Being early has always benefited the XRP army, and now the most prominent voices are speculating that this could be the turning point. Finance Bro, meanwhile, took things a step further. Soon, we'll be discussing XRP prices of $2,500, $10,000, and $35,000, respectively. That would necessitate an unprecedented market restructuring. However, keep in mind that the cryptocurrency industry has frequently demonstrated its ability to defy predictions. The advent of a character merely called Time Traveler then caused things to take a bizarre turn. This unidentified individual made the most astounding forecast to date in a tweet that went viral. $73,000 for each XRP. $73,000 indeed. He did more than simply foresee it. With a touch of movie, he declared it. I want my face to stick in your memory. My mountain property will be patrolled by Navy SEALs. Regardless of his motivations, profit or provocateur, his message has captivated segments of the populace, transforming his forecast from a simple price objective into a movement. Therefore, XRP would need to increase by more than 3.4 million% in order for the time traveler's vision to come true. Although it seems nearly impossible, crypto is accustomed to the impossibly difficult. Think about Bitcoin. It was trading for pennies in 2010. It's more than $60,000 now. Belief, timing, and conviction are rewarded in the cryptocurrency market. However, there is more grounded information available, even among the most optimistic estimates. Citing institutional acceptance and favorable macro conditions, All Things XRP has put up a scenario in which XRP might feasibly reach $10 to $30. Similarly, Bitwise, a reputable asset manager that manages $12 billion, has investigated the growth potential of XRP until 2030, taking regulations and the adoption of cross-border settlements into consideration. And let's dissect this, since the current XRP situation has the potential to completely alter the course of events. In addition to trying to upend the financial industry, Ripple is putting itself in a position to control it. You do not want to miss this, I assure you. The next signal could be the most bullish the cryptocurrency market has ever seen. Therefore, the excitement around XRP at the moment is based on a vision that is quickly coming to pass rather than being merely hype. David Schwartz, the chief technical officer at Ripple, recently encapsulated